What's up, guys? Rodrigo Ballon. We are back here today for another segment of All About You. Today we are interviewing John and Melissa Steele. How's it going?
Great.
Going great. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. So, I've known you guys for a little bit of time, a few years, and I just see you guys on social media daily. I see you laughing, I see you smiling, I see your team growing, I see you in multiple amount of properties, I see you in a bunch of flips, rehabs. You guys are doing so much. So let me start from the beginning, and then we'll work our way up to where you're at now. So tell me, how long have you guys been in real estate? What made you get into real estate? Where did you guys come from?
Yeah, I love it.
I can kind of start off. So I was initially the one who sort of fell into real estate, I guess you would say. We moved out here from Buffalo, I guess a little over 6 years ago, and neither one of us had any jobs or anything, so I was literally just looking for somebody to hire me so that I could stay in San Diego, and ended up finding a job as a real estate assistant and basically just fell into it. I was like, this is awesome. I could wear shorts to work, flip-flops. I was like 2 blocks from the beach, and coming from Buffalo, New York, that was obviously very attractive.
Yeah, that's a high priority for John. And we had come from like corporate America, very, I used to call it Cube City, and we were in a building. We actually both worked at the same company, but in very different departments. We were in finance. I was in a locked room. And we spent so much time behind our cube walls with thousands of other people who weren't lit up by what they were doing, weren't loving what they were doing. And John and I got to a certain point where literally one day he came home from a meeting with his manager, and he sat at the kitchen table with a pencil and a map and was like, I'm drawing out a road trip. I was like, okay, crazy person, that sounds nice.
To move.
To move, yeah, to move. It was a 7-week road trip plan to move to San Diego. And I was like, okay, that's nice. And we have work. And then I had a similar meeting with my manager, and like a week later I came home and I was like, let me see the road trip plan. And within a matter of weeks, we quit those jobs. We sold my house. We sold everything we owned. We packed up the car and we took 7 weeks to travel the country and get to San Diego. And that's really when we fell into
Then we had
things.
to figure things out.
Yeah, then we had to figure things out. We arrived here. We didn't know anyone. We didn't have any jobs. And so John very serendipitously landed in real estate. I landed at what I thought was the time my dream job. It wasn't. This is now my dream job. But as he was an assistant, he was like, we can be doing this. Like, we saw gaps in not the agents that he was working with, but like in the service of the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
Really how much, how many complaints people have about the agent experience or their agent not calling them back or things that I feel like should be a simple standard, yet for some reason they're not. So we decided to change the game.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we literally launched our business basically with the gift money we got for our wedding.
Yeah.
Like the day before, or
Nobody
the week
knew
before
at
our
our
wedding,
wedding.
I quit my job.
Nobody
She had
knew.
already quit her job, so we went into our wedding with 0 income and used all the money that people gave us for our wedding, supposed to buy plates and sheets and that type of stuff, and we just launched a business. So.
Yeah, we were living in 500 square feet, and we were like.
Yeah, we don't have room for anything anyway, so.
And about 2 months later, our family was like, "Wait, did you guys quit your job? Did you guys quit your jobs?
Yeah.
Do you no longer have a job?"
So it's been a fun ride.
Yeah.
Super cool. Wow. Very ballsy, as we say, right? It's a big move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about, you came to San Diego, you started in real estate, you guys are here, boots on the ground, you're near the beach. What'd you feel? What'd you go through? Accomplishments, struggles, and then when did you guys actually hit aha?
A stride.
Yeah.
The first year was definitely a struggle, for sure. We both had quit our jobs. We were both working full-time on this passion. And for roughly 8 months or so, we worked harder than we ever had before. And as many real estate agents know, as they're just starting out in the industry, nothing was happening. We were working and working and working and really doing a great job in terms of educating people and sharing knowledge and doing all the things, but just it takes a long time once you plant the seed to sow the fruit, right? The fruit doesn't just start growing. So our first year was really a challenge. We worked extremely hard. There were many meals that we had where we held hands and cried together at 11 o'clock at night. And
wondering what the heck we're doing.
we were like, why are we doing this? What's happening?
Yeah.
But as we just consistently, we stayed consistent. And we were just like, this has to work. We see so many other people who are successful who don't provide as good of a service or as, don't have as high of a commitment to the client. So this will absolutely work. And we were just relentless, really. So we were consistent and relentless. And after the first year, things really started to click. We continued to put in like 16, 18-hour days. And after those first 8 months, from June until December of 2016, we closed 18 deals. So all those
January to June, we had closed one.
yeah.
So like it's snowballed.
And
like,
we had
like
started
that.
in August. We had started, so it was a hefty, really year of ramp up, and then all of that hard work paid off. So we were able to do that. We started evaluating and reinvesting all of that money back into the business. And in 2016 and 17, we made our #1 goal open houses. So between those 2 years, we did 150 open houses.
Wow.
And that's really, I would say, how we started and really set a basis for our business. We were able to get a lot of consistency and business from those open houses, which then grew into a lot of other clientele. And then when we simply had no more capacity, our commitment is always to the client. So we are 100% committed to the clients in the fact that we won't take additional clients if we can't take them on. So when that started to happen is when we started to expand our team.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the consistency, that I think for any agent out there, or really any business, like that's what it comes down to. Because I mean, for the first 6 months, I mean, we were doing like 4 open houses a weekend, not closing any deals, and then, like we said, all of a sudden it started snowballing. And people that we met 6 months ago, a year ago, all of a sudden they're coming out of the woodwork, and keeping consistent with that, it's just grown from there.
Wow. It's funny how that works, right?
Yeah.
So you guys not only invested your time, a lot of time, money, now you guys have gotten to a place, like you said, you may or may not take more clients, but your growth is your team, right? Again, on social media and on pictures, I see your team grows. Obviously, you guys are picking specific people that have to mesh not just with you, but have to have the same vision and mindset as you.
Exactly.
So when you're growing your team, tell me what you're looking for and what you offer them as far as coaching and growing their business.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I think as far as what we're looking for, I don't think it's the traditional sense of like, oh, you need to have a college degree or this or that. Having worked in the industry, I know firsthand, like, it takes a certain type of person to really be able.
Mindset is everything.
I would say like mindset's probably the biggest thing, because we can shape someone to be a great agent, but it really takes a certain sort of mindset to put yourself out there and just go for it. Commission only income, it's risky, right? Like, there's no guarantee that you're going to get anything, but obviously there's also the possibility that you could earn a lot. What you put in directly correlates to what you get out, which is exciting for us, but not for everybody. Like, I tell people, straight up, people ask, like they see us and they're like, oh, that looks awesome, I would love to be doing it. And I'm like, yes, it is awesome, I do love it, but you really need to love it to go for it. Don't expect to just get your license, walk in the door, and start closing $1 million deals.
Yeah, making money right away.
Yeah, and we do get a lot of applicants for the position, but you're right. Like, we are very selective about the team. For us, it's really the mindset and like their vision for what they see possible for themselves. But ultimately, really in regards to making sure we're aligned is the client experience. So all the agents that join our team are very aware of our business practices and the fact that, like, we keep a 0 inbox policy, responding to all of our clients within 24 hours. We answer our phone. We take responsibility and arrive in a level of excellence for our clients. So any agents that are really excited about those being the reasons they want to join our team, that's resonating with us.
Yeah.
So that stands out for other agents who apply.
I would say we take a little bit of a different approach than a lot of agents do. We're, not that there's anything wrong with the other one, but I would say we try to be like less salesy. Okay. Like, we don't cold call, we don't door knock. We've basically built our entire business off like us being us, open houses, interacting with people, and building relationships. And there's agents out there who crush it,
yeah.
cold calling, and like I said, nothing against them. It was something that we tried early on in our business, and it didn't sit, like, we just didn't like it. We didn't enjoy it. And ultimately, if we were going to invest all this time, money, energy into building a business, I wanted to build a business that I enjoyed. So it was kind of one of those things, even if cold calling did work out for us, it's like, do I want to make
Yeah, we were
all
like,
this money
do we
and,
want to do this every day?
and not
Yeah.
like my job? So, you know, that's kind of the approach we took.
And that's one of the things I think that helps us to stand apart from other teams. I feel like a lot of times when you join a team, you're very much put on a team that cold calls and prospects and is expected or trained on those traditional prospecting tools. But what we really like to train our team is how to show up in a way that everybody around you knows you're in real estate. You're continually providing value in what you do, and you're continually just in relationship with people. Like, so we really try and take a more like giving, helpful, honestly loving, like I really try and spread love. I'm always like, I'm the one who gives hugs. I do hugs. Really like trying to guide the agents who join our team into that and recognizing that they can become really successful in that versus the traditional and the things that they think they're supposed to be doing.
That's amazing because most people, like you said, are the opposite. Go door knock, go cold call, do this, and kind of similar, right? I love the organic way. Do a little social media, spend time in open houses, get to know the people, socialize, let them know what you do. Don't be shy, right?
Yeah.
You're a realtor. That's super cool. Now, tell me about real estate now, 2019. Okay. You guys are top producers. Clearly, you guys have worked extremely hard to get there. Give me your outlook of 2019 and what your vision is, not just for yourselves, but for what you want to build within your team and the clients.
I like that question.
Yeah.
I just came up with it on the fly. You like
I
that?
love it. I love
like
it.
that.
Thank you.
I think 2019 is the year of possibility. I feel like we have some really hefty goals, and I'm excited to hear your answer of this, actually. We have some really hefty goals, and we've been crushing them individually and with the team and with our clients. It's trickling down to every client that we're working with in not only seeing like what we do and what's possible with us, but in their individual life. So when we have a client who has the goal of buying or selling a home, it's not a matter of the roadblocks that stand in their way. It's a matter of the how. How do we accomplish the goal for you? It comes down to getting creative, maybe using your property uniquely, maybe buying something that's really non-traditional. But having our clients and our team, and really us, stepping into the fact that we're worthy of having our dreams come true, especially when it comes to buying or selling a home, that's the vision for 2019. And the market's hot right now. It's an amazing buyer's market. I mean, you know better than anybody.
Yeah.
Rates are lower than they've been
That's
in,
right.
in
That's
months.
right. It's a
Bye,
great
bye,
time to
bye.
buy. Buy, buy, buy.
Yeah, the buyer's market, what people don't understand is that the buyer's market is driving the seller's market. And both markets right now are so hot and so beneficial for you to be in. The perfect time to move is the perfect time for you. So for me, it's the year of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, like Melissa said, we're very big on goal setting. I would say it's probably the biggest, has had the most impact on our life and our business when we put it into practice like 5 or 6 years ago. With that being said, we definitely, I mean, we have very aggressive goals this year. I think our goal is if we do 76 transactions as a team or 35 million total in sales, we're going to take our whole team on a vacation. So
Awesome.
very aggressive goal. We've done in the last like 3.5, 4 years, like about 55 million. So we're trying to really ramp up, but it's been a great start to the year. I know we had a little bit of like a bump in the road kind of September through December last year, but I mean, January, it was crazy out the gates. And we had our biggest first quarter ever this year, where historically our first quarter has been one of our weaker quarters compared to summer and all that. So yeah, we're really excited about 2019. Always open to more, hungry agents potentially joining the team and looking to really get the agents that we have up and running and get their business growing.
Awesome. Super awesome. All right, so last question. Any message you want to give the people that are going to be watching this, the past clients, the new clients, the realtors that want to become not just a top producer, but that follow your mindset, that say, that's what I want to work with. Any message you want to relate or say?
Think about the stories that you're creating for yourself. If you have a story around, I can't afford a home, or it's not the right time to sell, or I'm not the right fit for a team, you get to really rework those stories. I hear, when we first initially meet with clients all the time, I'm like, I hear you, and that's a really great story that you've created for yourself. I would love to figure out and shift you into what's possible. So I would really reflect on, like what stories you might be creating for yourself. Maybe you feel like you're not the right fit for a team or that you're not set up for success. I mean, we work with Rodrigo. hand in hand all the time to pre-approve clients who have the thought process that they can't buy a house. And I tell people all the time, like the house that we live in right now, we did not get pre-approved for. We were like, we couldn't get pre-approved originally.
Yeah, we got creative.
Yeah, we got creative with an amazing team, and everything is possible. So if you've got stories, recreate them.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, I mean, for agents, don't feel like you need to be acting in a certain way or look a certain way or, you know, be a certain way. We really found that when we stepped into being ourselves and just being natural, things came a lot more organically. And typically, like the clients who are responding to you, I mean, you're probably gonna have a better experience working with them rather than kind of, you know, trying to claw your way or swim your way upstream, fighting, you know, for tooth and nail for somebody who's realistically maybe never gonna work for you no matter what you say or do. And then, yeah, as far as the people looking to buy or sell, I mean, whatever your goal is, I would highly, highly encourage you to reach out to us, reach out to Rodrigo, reach out to really anyone who you feel comfortable with and confident with in the real estate industry, because there's tons of different ways to get creative and, you know, find ways that it can be a great, you know, opportunity for you.
Yeah, I mean, we use our personal home as an example all the time. John and I just built an accessory dwelling unit that we're now living in our backyard. It's a 2-bedroom, less than 500 square feet, but it's been an awesome project. We've been able to teach clients so much about what's possible, and we're truly stepping into the highest and best use for our property, and our vision is to eventually cash flow on that property.
Yeah.
So,
and realistically, like if you had told me we'd be doing the things we were doing like now, you know, 6 years ago when we first moved here and knew no one, like I would have never believed you. But, you know, the people we've surrounded ourselves with, the real estate sphere, you know, it's a lot of great mindsets and people willing to get creative, and a lot of hustlers and entrepreneurs that really put themselves out there and go for it.
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, pleasure speaking
Yeah,
with you.
thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
for
On the
coming,
show.
and super excited to what's to come for 2019.
yeah,
Me too.
absolutely.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.